Hello everyone, my name is Alessandro and this is the Temple of Surf, the podcast. We will give you full access to the best surfers, skaters, shapers, surfboard collectors, shop owners in the world. Discover with me their stories, the greater successes, amazing behind the scenes and much more. Hello everyone and welcome to the 20th episode of the Temple of Surf, the podcast. Before introducing today's guest, I would like to thank the thousands of you that are following us in all the major podcast platforms. That's amazing. Today's guest is Duke Aipa, son of the legendary Ben Aipa and very successful shaper. I discussed with him about shaping, his projects, Aipa and Lightning Bolt, and much more. Hi Duke and welcome to the show. Where are you today?
I'm in Huntington Beach, California. It's about 10 o'clock here and it's a little muggy today. A little weird for Huntington Beach, but on the average, this place is just, it's unbelievable living. Nice people. There's a small pocket of Hawaiians that are here, and God, the weather is almost always perfect.
Great, fantastic. And also people now can go back to surf, right? So after the confinement time, right?
Yeah, we really weren't shut down that much. I think we had 3 days that it was shut down. And the first day, me and my son were chased out of water. That was really weird. Really weird.
How old is your son?
He's 15.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, so we were in the water surfing, and our lifeguard buddies start backing the boats up, and they're running the boats back and forth to mess up the lineup, and they start backing us in, chasing us into shore, and then there's all the cops that start pulling up on their ATVs and stuff.
Okay.
It was a little gnarly for 2 to 3 days, but I think the Huntington Beach city put a lot of pressure on the governor to open it back up. I know someone within the city is in the process of suing the governor.
Oh my God.
For all this.
I don't know if they ever win, but anyway, the most important thing is that things will get better soon, especially for those small businesses, right, that are suffering quite a lot of being closed. And
Absolutely. And yesterday was Memorial Day. God bless all our people, our fallen soldiers that have helped protect us and fought for beaches, to give us beaches and stuff like that. But yesterday, it was almost like business as usual. It was so crowded. It looked like summertime down here.
Okay.
And some of the restaurants were open, although there were police officers that were going in and out of the establishments, making sure everyone was kind of doing what they're supposed to, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it was good to see, although there was more people than usual. So I was like, oh, why so many people?
Let's hope.
Crazy. Go from ghost town to circus.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, I think people after a while, they want to go out and just experience life, right? So you cannot
absolutely
be confined forever. Today we're going to talk about surfboards, your projects, your future projects. The first question that I have for you is, in your opinion, what is the most important thing in surfing?
The passion for it.
I agree with you.
Yeah, if you don't have the passion or the stoke, then it's what's the point? For me, when my son started competing when he was 9 or 10, he got super serious, super fast. And for me, that was no good.
Mm.
So by the time he was 11, I pulled him out from competing. I just let him free surf for 2 years and let him prime himself to when he was ready to commit to competing and having that passion for it.
Yeah.
Because surf is all about the stoke. From the very beginning. The great Duke Aipa said the best surfer is the one that's having the most fun.
Exactly. So you cannot just push and try to win. Then you're gonna suffer, and then you lose what surf is really about, right?
Yeah, you lose your love for it, and then it's for surfers, as you know, it's a part of our who we are.
Yeah, exactly. What was the first surfboard that you ever surfed, Ridden?
My dad made me, it was a 6'4", I believe. It's a 6'4" mini tanker. And he made that for me for my first birthday. And gosh, I can still remember having fun on it. I don't really remember learning how to surf, but I definitely remember a lot of days in Waikiki queens and baby queens on that board. And I love the significance of that board is my dad. I just got it from my dad because we had to help him move around or whatever. But he kept that board to the entrance to his shaping room at every place he worked at when I grew up, obviously. He kept it with him, along with my brother's first board.
It's like I am asking to everyone, you still have your first surfboard, and yours definitely has an amazing importance for you, for your family, and it's such a unique thing because most of the surfer or surf collector, or most of us, do not have their first surfboard. And so it's an amazing thing that you showed that to me. And of course, the other guys, they cannot see it because it's a podcast, but nevertheless, it's a truly special surfboard. So thanks a lot for sharing the story of this.
Absolutely. If they want to see it, they can find the surfing magazine from 1977. It's in it somewhere.
Yes, it's the easiest thing to find, right? Cool. Your family has a lot of history of shaping surfboards, but do you collect surfboards of other shaper or not?
I actually don't. And I think I get a lot of that from how my dad always had the philosophy as he was never looking backwards. He was always looking forwards.
So is there a particular surfboard that, apart of the one that you just showed me, that has a very special meaning for you, that you're gonna keep it always dear to you? And
Wow, yeah, I've got a shortboard. I think it's probably 6'10" that my dad shaped while he was under the Greg Knoll label. It's pretty much way ahead of its time. I mean, I don't think you see too many shortboards in 1967. It's phenomenal, one of a kind. It blows my mind. Everything from the deck line to the bottom contours, it's so forward. It's incredible. But yeah, so that was a special one for me. But most importantly, my father had, and this is just, I don't know if you remember the Boardworks boards that were pop-out epoxy boards.
Mm-hmm.
We had a line with Boardworks, and my father loved their construction. He has one of those boards that my sister hand wrote in Tahitian print. And as time progressed, my father would write people's names that meant the most to him all across the board.
Okay.
So it's even though the board is really, it's just a pop-out board, the meaning behind it is so incredible because he's putting the people that impacted his life that he loves, writing their names on the board as a constant memoriam, which is so cool.
Yeah. It's an interesting story. Thanks a lot for sharing. When did you start shaping your first surfboard?
From as far back as I can remember. We were, between my brother and I, we were dipping in and out of our father's shaping bay. It's just something we just grew up around and in. So I would say 9, 10 years old, something like that, when we just started noodling around. Yeah. My first official board by myself, probably 13. But yeah, we're just always around it. So it's no different than when you're the son of a farmer. When's the first time you picked a potato?
Of course. Of course. It's at home, so you can try and you can engage with the things, with the tools of your father. In your opinion, in shaping, that is a pure art form, to me at least, what is the most important thing? It's what's key in shaping?
The most important thing in shaping, above and beyond any design or bottom contours or fancy channels, the most important thing is the energy that you put into it. For the Hawaiians, it's the mana. It's literally me putting a part of myself into the board to transfer to the person that rides the board. So very much if you're having a bad day, it's not a good day to shape.
I guess so. But don't tell this to a lot of people then. Because they will call you and say in which you are in a good mood or not. Otherwise, I will not buy that surfboard.
Exactly. It's a good thing I'm always in a good mood.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. That's good. What is the greatest achievement, the one that you are the most proud of in your career?
I would have to say bringing together Aipa and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that's
That's,
an amazing project.
to me, I mean, their Lightning Bolt came about in 1971, and right around that time frame is when my father had developed his first block logo. That's the AIPA. And the way it was is essentially my dad was ruling the South Shore and Lightning Bolt was ruling the North Shore. So they're two pretty big Hawaiian forces that having the opportunity to put them together. And a lot of people ask me like, well, why? Aipa is plenty big enough. I'm like, well, why not?
And can you tell us more about this project? Like there are like 3 or 4 kind of surfboard, if I will remember, like shape or sizes.
Yeah, so essentially the way that it works is the customer can choose any design that they want. And I'll put a little special flair on it that kind of has that lightning bolt vibe. And bang, there's the Aipa bolt right there. I mean, it's not like it's like how Jerry has got the pipeliner model or anything like that. It's not that specific. I feel like it should be more free flowing, just like a shaper or a surfer. So that's why I give the customer free reign to decide what kind of Aipa bolt they want.
That's interesting, like giving freedom, like you could have gone for like a couple of model and that's it. But I really like the opportunity that you give to people to personalize their own Aipa lighting board.
Absolutely. And it's funny because people will tiptoe around it and be like, hey, I really like this model, but only if the nose is a little more flared out. And I'm like, no problem. And I'll even get a response like, oh, really? You don't mind changing your shape? I'm like, heck no. That's part of the thing. Creation.
Amazing. I like that. I like that. In your career, have you seen like or have you received a request for a crazy surfboard?
Well, I don't know about a specific request for a crazy surfboard because I think a lot of them are pretty unique. I did just recently make a 410 for Kalani Rob to test out in the wave pool. That's got a very, very unique look to it. So look out for that. And I also had pitched it to Mick Fanning Softboards to develop a softboard off of the design. It's a fun looking design.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Let's talk about you as a surfer. Which kind of surfboard do you ride today?
So thanks to COVID-19 and me gaining 15 pounds, I had to go a little bit wider and a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And even change from poly to EPS. So I was predominantly on anywhere from 6.0 to 6.2, 19.5/8 to and 2 5/8 thick. But now I'm a pretty hefty almost 230. So I bumped my board up to a 6.4 by 20 by 2 7/8. EPS, epoxy resin. But the rails, you'd never guess it was 2 7/8 thick. It's just got the most foiled, ridiculous, smooth rails.
Okay, nice. I would love to see that board.
Yeah, you will be seeing it too, because it's the first prototype of the very first collaboration that my brother and I are working together. We're collaborating on this specific type of sting. It's based on a fusion sting model, but it's taking the attributes of his style and my style and putting it together on top of the canvas that my father provided for us. So it's going to be a very unique design.
Amazing. We're going to finish our interview with a short Q&A session. So please answer the first thing that comes up to your mind, okay?
Okay.
The best surfboard that you ever ridden?
That'd have to be a quad my dad shaped for me when I was 13. I had glass and fins, bright orange spray. The thing just went.
In your opinion, who's the best shaper of all time?
My dad.
I was trying to say, except your dad, that of course,
My brother.
Your brother. Okay, cool. It stays in the family.
Yes. Outside of that, I think my favorite shaper would be MR.
Okay. Personal question. Your favorite song?
Oh man. Wow. Do I have a favorite song?
Or art?
I think Aerosmith, Dream On. That would have to be my favorite song.
That's nice. Your favorite surf spot?
Alamana Bowls.
The best surfer of all time, or your favorite one?
Ooh, that would have to be Slater all day long.
Yeah. Legendary. And the last question is a little bit unusual. We ask to everybody. We want to know, but has nothing to do with surf, so get ready.
Okay.
We want to know your best relationship advice.
Wow. Treat your wife with respect.
Yeah, it's all about that, right?
Absolutely. Happy wife, happy life.
This is what they say.
That's what they say. And it's true.
Cool. Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Duke, for being on the show with us today. And we look forward to talk to you very soon.
Sounds good, brother. Have a good one.
Hi, it's me again. I hope you enjoyed our today's episode. If you want to know more about us, please follow www.templeofsurf.com and all our social media. Mahalo!